Welcome to Be Blessed and Be a Blessing. My name is Kathy B., and I am a person whose mission is people helping people. I realize the problems that we're having in this world and the divisions that we are all going through, especially here in the United States. So I decided to put together a group of videos that will help people be blessed. Then they can be a blessing because I know it all starts in the inside. And from the inside out is how we're able to give. I'm the author of a book called Be Blessed and Be a Blessing, and also my book, Footsteps, My Journey. These books are both to help people on their journey so that they can help other people. Because I believe that God has given us all a gift, and that gift is meant to be shared with other people. But sometimes we have stoppers that get in the way. Stoppers could be in the form of other people. Stoppers could be in the form of things we learned when we were real little, and we're still holding on to that real tight because it so had to be true because we learned it. It's in here somewhere. Well, it's time to get some of that out and work with some of the tools to do that. I study. I listen. I love to hear the stories from the people who lived the lives. And I'm in mastermind groups. I've been in mastermind groups for over 20 years. So what we're going to do is we're going to have segments of learning how to get over this problem that we have of hurdles that are blocking our gifts that we can share with other people. The first thing I want to do, and we'll do today, is they're going to be short segments so that you won't get bored. But I wanted to really and truly, I learned something a long time ago about how to look at that circle of influence. And if you want to follow along and get some paper, I also like to work with 3-ring notebooks to keep all of my information in. So I have a little board up here. There's a ring in the middle, another ring around it, ring around that. And that could be a total of 5 rings all together. And in this middle ring, this is you. And in this is you, and this is your gift that you've been given from, up here, clear in the sky, from God. The gift that you've been given from God is to share with the outer rings. But if you just hold on to it and keep it, because it's a seed, it's been planted already inside you. If you just hold on to this seed and it doesn't, be it you're not able to communicate with your maker who put this gift inside you, then you won't be able to grow. And there are some things that you can do in order to grow your gift. Because this little outside circle right here, this next one here, this is you in the middle, and your gift. This is your family. Your family that you could share your gift with is right here. This next circle out here, these are your friends, your close friends. They're all here waiting on that gift to germinate. Then out this outer circle right here, this is where you work, and these are those people that like your boss and people like that. Well, let's call them associates. Well, I got an ass. I better put associates on there. Some of them can be that. And this, as we keep going outer, the outer ring, this is the world we live in right out here. Okay? This is like politics, and this is the world, and things that we directly don't influence, not directly, can't change, not directly. But a lot of people, this outer line of this politics and world issues and fears, this takes up 90% of people's time when they're not sleeping. And with that, they're discovering that people are experiencing a lot of fears, fear-based. And when things are fear-based, then this little seed you got in here, and the connection with God, if you're fearful, you can't grow. Your little seed will not germinate and grow. So some of the things today in the United States that we're experiencing, it's a polarization and extreme partisanship. The growing divide between political parties leading to increased tension and conflict amongst citizens. Now, again, as I point out, that's this clear out here, this outer ring, okay? And people are letting this outer ring get to them. The erosion of democratic norms. So the normal things that concerns about integrity and future of democratic institutions and processes. The misfortune and fake news. It's all the stuff that's bombarding us. We don't know what's true. We don't know what's false. We don't know what information to believe. Because a lot of it is hyped up. Because if it bleeds, it reads. So in order to make it more scarier and put you in more fear, then you're drawn to it, just like a bad movie. It's like a scary movie. And political violence that we're seeing all around the world, and we're seeing it in different formats, and streaming on the internet, TV, and all the channels. Sometimes certain stations will play up. They'll just look for the worst things that they can find, and they'll put that thing on over and over and over and over again. And if you're watching the news all day, you're going to be seeing that all day. So we have election integrity. And we're going through this right now in the United States. This election thing, which worries about the security and fairness of elections, including potential voter suppression and fraud. And government dysfunction. The inability of our government to efficiently and effectively govern due to partisan gridlock. So this is all this right here. These are these fears. They're real. Real. People are feeling this. Supreme Court judge appointments. Right, wrong, fair, right? The differences that are happening. It's going to happen with all of this. It's been upside down. Things have been turned upside down. Civil rights and social justice. Concerns about potential and advancement of civil rights and social justice in highly polarized environments. The border. Safety of our people here inside our country. Economy. Inequality. The welfare. The social welfare. Some people will figure that you have people who are making a lot of money, the wealthy, wealthy, wealthy people who are on the wealthy welfare. And then you have people who are subsidized. And you have farmers who are subsidized. And you have people who are in Congress all get paid a lot of money for doing what? Sometimes they don't do anything. They sit back and just say, well, our team's not in there, so we're not going to help you guys at all. So you've got all these fears, and then the climate change. You got people say there's no climate change, and you got people who are feeling and say there is climate change. So you have all of these different things that are bombarding. Say, well, Kathy, what do we do about this? I like to start my podcast here with a reading, and I chose different people from different groups and different backgrounds. And these are sayings that I've heard and collected throughout the years that have helped me. And some of these are in my book that discussed how we can deal with, discuss where I discuss, where I teach how we can deal with what's going on because it's real. These are real things. These are real vibrations hitting everybody. And to let God in here. And God is love. Now, I am from a Christian background, but I study people and books and people from all different cultures and all different backgrounds when they talk about love, when they talk about encouragement and integrity. And you'll see some of that as you join me and you listen to some of the ways that people all over the world have been able to express the things that can help humanity. But my number one thing is, as I said, I listen to God and these other things around me. Further out they get, the further I tone them out. Further out they get, I've learned to tune them out. I can't help that group. Will I vote? Yes. Who will I vote for? My business. But I can't help that group on the outside like that. And the associates of my business, when I'm in work, I do my best. And then basically with my family and my friends and my family, and then my own seed that I'm planting with my gift. Well, starting out, we have, like to start with the saying, as I said. And here is one that I basically have been told, and I received this beautiful piece of artwork with this on it. And this saying said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." But the exact quote, and they said it was Mahatma Gandhi who said this: "We but mirror the world. All the tendencies present in the outer world are to be found in the world of our body. If we could change ourselves, the tendencies in the world would also change. As a man changes his own nature, so does the attitude of the world change towards him. This is the divine mystery supreme. A wonderful thing it is, and the source of our happiness. We need not wait to see what others do." And I begin with this because this is the change that you wish to see in the world. Be that change. Discover that gift. And I want to help you discover your gift to help you be a dream maker. Because, see, I believe that the gift is a dream that we've been put inside of us. The dream can grow, but the dream needs to be nurtured. Some people's dreams that are given to them were given to them at an early age, and people recognized their dreams and they nurtured them and they helped them with their dreams. And they went to the right schools and they met the right people and they were able to say their prayers and have the faith and believe. Now, it's not that they didn't have challenges, but they knew how to have a system to work through those challenges and to surround themselves with a group of people that would help them work through the challenges in life. Now, the meaning of this being this change, we have a personal responsibility for ourselves to make that decision. And sometimes it's hard. Just explained it. You're getting bombarded every day with all of the negative, ugly things in the news and online. Sky is falling, Chicken Little. And even I've heard some people say, well, this is the end times. Well, I read in the Bible that I read that no man is told when it's going to be. If you had that kind of information, well, I guess you would be some kind of a, king or Chicken Little. Who wants to? I believe we're here. Here we go. That gift, the seed that was planted by God, so that we can do something with that seed. Do something with it that's going to help other people. Why be given a gift? It's the talents that the parable that Jesus talks about, where the gentleman has the guy who's the owner. I say guy, paraphrase there. The man who has the money, he's a wealthy man, and he's got these people who work for him, and he gives them these talents. Each one gets talents. And they have this, they are supposed to do something with it. He trusts them to do something with it. Well, the one with the most, he went out and he doubled it, tripled it, whatever. You can read it, talents. The other one came over and he did something more with his. He brought more back when the guy came back. But the one that had the least, that's the person who was in charge must have thought, I'm kind of leery of him anyway. I'll give him a little bit and see what he's going to do with this little bit. And so he gave him a little bit, give him a chance. And this guy buried it. He was afraid that he was going to lose it. So when the leader came, he had brought the same amount that he had when the guy left and asked him to go and prosper. Asked him to, told him, commanded them to go and prosper. Commanded them, I've given you a gift. Now, go and prosper. Do something with your gift. Do something. Don't bury it. So maybe this guy was saying, the one that buried it. Well, I believe, people are saying, these people out here, they're all saying the sky's going to fall, and you're coming back early, and I wanted to make sure that I had what I began with. And the master said, no, that's not what your job was. That's not what I wanted you to do. Therefore, you take what you didn't do anything with, and you give it to the person who did the most. Now, some people go, oh, that's not fair. Wow, he had to take what he had and give it to someone else who already had something. Well, no, it's really smart of the master, because the master knows that the person who he trusted, which he trusted all of them, all three, this person did the most with it because he cared enough to do the most with what he had. And the master knows that he'll take whatever that person who did nothing, he'll take it and he'll do the most with that too. As he tossed the lazy person, you say he was lazy. You could say he was fearful. He was very disobedient because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. And there you have that. So inside of us, we've got to make that decision to take our talent and do something with it. And you may say, Kathy, what's my talent? Well, that's on another show. That's on another podcast. We're going to go over what's your talent and what do you have to share. If you like this podcast, I want you to subscribe, please, and tell me what you thought about it. Give me some instances when you had some thoughts like this about your seed and what you think your gift is and how you think you can share your gift. Let's start a dialogue. Let's get away from all this out here and let's go inward and change in here. My name is Kathy B. Be blessed and be a blessing.